Hi guys, Ray here, City Fan TV. How you doing, guys? How you doing? Just a few days to go before the end of the league season. City in pole position, and I'm joined by the main man himself, Bernard Janine. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'm absolutely all right, mate. I'm calm at the moment. I'm sure that will change a little bit, but I'm a couple of days work and then 4 days off, and getting ready to enjoy to party. Get ready.
I was going to say, you timed it right, mate. You timed it right. You booked your time off a year in advance or whatever, so you could party these.
I did book it a while ago. I must admit. I mean, I think we're at the quarter-final stage when I booked it.
Yeah. Oh dear. Oh, it's fantastic, mate. I've got a question. Well, look, we are here. I'll just say up front because this video is going to be the preview to the last league game of the season against West Ham, where City could go down in history. Let's not count our chickens yet. But I've got a question to ask you. I saw a poll on the BBC website. I don't know if you've seen it, asking who was City's player of the season, and there were 4 names mentioned. I can't remember them. But I will ask you, if you were to put 4 names forward as your best 4 of the season, give me 4 names.
It's funny, isn't it? I mean, I've been doing me stats for obviously with only 1 game left. I've been sort of working on my stats for my player of the year thing anyway, with me ratings, my rating systems.
Yeah.
And I've not come up with the top ones yet. I've just been doing the mathematics side of it, so I've not really looked. I've just got totals. But off the top of my head, which is what we're going to go at, of course, you're going to have to have a Kanji in there.
Yeah, he was there.
You're going to have Phil Foden in there.
Absolutely. He was there.
Now it gets difficult for me. You've got to have Rodri in there, obviously.
I'd have had Rodri there.
That's 3.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have KDB because he's not played enough.
Yeah.
I wouldn't probably have Bernardo, actually. I don't think he's been as good as previous seasons, so I wouldn't have Bernardo in there. You probably, obviously, if Ortega had played more games, you'd probably have him in there. But of course, based on what he's played, you can't stick him in there. You probably can't stick Edison in, obviously. I'll be pushing Aki, I suppose. Kovacic probably hasn't done enough. I would probably go Aki as the guys who've been playing regular.
Well, the BBC put up KDB. It's like, hang on, how many months of the season didn't KDB play? He came back for the Newcastle game.
January, wasn't it?
He came back in January, yeah. Do you honestly think he's done?
No, he's not been outstanding. He's got 10 assists, but he's not been he's not the KDB at his peak that we've seen, of course. Not nowhere near.
He's not over the course of a season. He's not done enough in 4 months to cover up the part of the season he's missed. So I wouldn't have included him. But anyway, it wasn't the BBC who put that up. It was, I'm not going to say who it was. Okay. They do it for all the clubs, and they're all put forward by a podcast or a YouTuber or somebody independent kind of thing. So I won't say who it was. If you want to know, you can go check on the BBC's website. But I certainly wouldn't have been putting KD. It's like, mate, do you not go to games? Do you not see who actually plays for City? Yeah, I can't be putting KDB there for the same reasons. I mean, I'd have looked at Aki because I think he's been pretty solid defensive-wise. Doku didn't maintain his form. The first half of the season, you thought, until he got injured, it's like Doku might be up there. He was playing really well. I like Kovacic, but maybe he's not played enough. But I think in the last...
Well, again, I think his form's come later on as well. Yeah. He had to manage to try and fit in at first, didn't he? He just, it took a while for him to get a grip.
Yeah. The one person that on his stats... Oh, yeah, this person. Okay, I forgot this. You missed the elephant in the room.
Did I? Go on.
Who's the elephant?
Who's the elephant? What, in an actual way?
No, who's the beast? Your Nordic beast.
I'm not going to put him in.
Not going to include Haaland in the top 4?
No.
Why
I mean,
not?
he's been brilliant. He's been brilliant, but only in a.
He scored 27 league goals.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter, does it?
Aguero never scored as many as that, did he? In his all his time at City, 27 league goals.
It doesn't matter. He's a big fat. He's a small club bully. He just bullies the small clubs. That's all.
Oh well, I'd have been tempted to include Haaland in my top 4.
If you said top 5, yes, I put Haaland in there.
Well, I'm just trying to think of an alternative to KDB.
The 4 guys I've named, I'm quite happy that they consistently played better. Consistency is important, and Haaland hasn't been consistent.
I agree, totally agree. He's got a few hat tricks, but that covers up for his lack of goals against in some of the games that mattered. There's one other name I'll throw out there. You wouldn't have had him in your top 4. Overall, but when you look at his overall stats, they were blooming good.
Alvarez.
I wouldn't have him because he's not. He can't even get in the side now.
He got to a stage where you wonder why Pep kept putting him in. In fairness, and now obviously he's at the point where Pep won't play him unless something else happens.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, that's just a bit of fun. You can go and check out the BBC website if you want to look at the rest of that stuff. Let's get down to it, mate. Let's get down to it.
Let's blow some bubbles.
Bubbles. Last game of the season against the Hammers of West Ham.
That just happened to be on top of my pile. I'm doing something on Alex Williams, and that was just on top of my programme pile.
Yeah.
Coincidence.
It is a coincidence that I'm obviously playing West Ham. Do you remember the last time we played West Ham on the last day of the season?
I get confused, mate, with it because I'm fairly sure. Was it a 2-0? Was it 2-0?
Was it 2-0 or 3-0? I've got a picture. I should dig it out. Do you remember when it was?
It wasn't as easy as it seemed, I don't think, from memory. Yeah. It was a bit more nervy than it should have been, and you know, with West Ham. But yeah, I think I said today on with Mike. I was thinking it was a 2-1-1, but I think it was 2-0. 2-0. I don't think it was 3-0.
I think it was reasonably comfortable. It was the last game of the season where we needed to win.
Well, of course, he nearly put the kibosh on us a penultimate game of the season 2 years ago, didn't they? They were beating us 2-0, weren't they? At their place, but you know, we were confident of going there, getting a win and sealing the league title. And of course, we ended up drawing, having to take it to the last day.
Yeah. So, hey, it's one of those things, man. But yeah, we'd done it before. I actually saw the picture come up on my Facebook memories a few days ago, a few years ago, but with at West Ham, playing against West Ham at home. So seal the league title, and we could do it again. And look, you've got Arsenal fans who want us not to win. A few other fans who are just jealous of our good looks and our success.
I see Arsenal fans are stirring it, aren't they? Trying to cause trouble between us and our Cockney brethren, aren't they? By saying we've been disparaging them and saying it's a walkover, which no City fan has ever said that. They're just obviously coming out with this.
In fact, I can pretty much guarantee you more West Ham fans, a bigger percentage of West Ham fans, want us to win.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Than the Spurs fans.
I'm saying they're trying to spin it because most West Ham fans I know would say we won't do Arsenal any favours in a million years.
The West Ham fans are happy because they won their last game at home.
Yeah, and they can't do anything. They can't qualify for Europe. They can't do anything. So
the thing is, no one can catch them, and they can't catch anybody. They're stuck wherever they are, ninth or whatever.
The only little quibble is it's his last game, isn't it?
Yeah. It's not a quibble. They won their last game at home. That's what matters.
Yeah. So they're not going to go out and pull up trees just for Mr. Moyes' last game in charge.
No. We've seen them in some of their away games lately where they certainly haven't pulled up trees. I hope they're not. I hope they're on a beach somewhere.
I've got more faith in Everton getting a result at Arsenal than I have in West Ham getting a result.
We'll know what the game's going to be like when the teams come out to warm up. If West Ham are in the sliders and the speedos, we know we're sorted. We know we sorted. You know, if Paqueta comes out riding a horse or something, you know. But look, you know, all joking aside, obviously it's a huge game. We just need to win.
Well, I remember, you'll probably remember, Ray, I think it was obviously within your time. Remember when obviously we had to beat Liverpool to stay up, and obviously we started fanning about because we're drawing and thinking that was enough.
In the corner.
Yeah.
Somebody.
Of course, I mean, I've watched Liverpool at Main Road dozens of times, you know, loads of times, I don't know how many times. And they literally wanted us to win. And somehow we just ended up drawing. Yet they were almost saying score, you know, score another goals, you know, but it was unbelievable.
Was under Alan Ball, weren't it?
Could have been. Yeah, could have
been.
It
was Ball.
And it's around that time, wasn't it? It was the 90s, wasn't it? Was it the 90s?
Yeah, it was around the time when we didn't have mobile phones and
but the thing is, the fans knew a draw was no good, but yet the guys on the touchline thought it was. I mean, it was absolute chaos.
I think someone had relayed some bad information that a draw was enough because so and so were losing or whatever. And then they actually realised at the end and started panicking when there was no time to go. We say typical City, and I actually said this a week or couple of weeks ago after City's women played against Arsenal and got beat. They were winning 1-0 and they got beat with 2 late goals.
I mean, I've a passive interest. That must have been gutting. It must, know, for the girls and the fans.
Well, the next day Chelsea went out and beat Bristol City 8-0.
They won last night again, didn't they?
Yeah. So they beat Spurs 1-0. So it's going to the last game of the season. City away to Villa. Chelsea have got a goal difference is 2 better than ours. And I said it'd be typical City to lose the women's title on goal difference and the men's title on goal difference by drawing against West Ham or drawing. I said we'll draw one of the games. I thought it might be in Spurs. But if you were going to draw one game, it'd have been draw Spurs and then beat West Ham 8-0. So the goal difference
would have been nice, wouldn't it? I mean, just to go into that would have been funny. That would be great, but it wouldn't be good for the heart, obviously.
No. But look, everything's off it now. Basically, you know, if we draw, it won't be on goal difference because we will lose because they've got a better goal difference. So we have to. The focus has to be to win, and that's it. Whether West Ham are giving it everything or not, who knows? But obviously, we've got to. Yes, there will. No doubt there's going to be some nerves. I mean, when that Villa game 2 years ago, did you have any nerves?
The team didn't they? Obviously.
we had nerves. I'll tell you what, when we were 2-0 down, you bloody had nerves, didn't you?
Well, of course. I mean, we expect to, to even though it's City, you can only be, what's the word? You can be optimistic, but you got to be realistic. And obviously when the first goal went in, yes, then you're up for it again. You're thinking, we can do this, no problem.
Yeah. But you've got to look back over time. City have put the fans through the ringer. You know, that QPR game should have been a gimme.
Oh, yeah, this Farmers League, for me, I wish it had been a Farmers League and we'd romped it every year. My heart would probably be a bit better than it is now.
Yeah. I totally agree. So let's look at Sunday's game. Let's not worry about West Ham because, yes, they've got some good players. It might be Paqueta's last game before he comes to City. Who knows? I've got a great video to do with you at some point, hopefully next week. But I'll not let the fans or the viewers know what that video is going to be about. But it might be a little bit controversial. Nothing like a bit of controversy. Well, I think we just focus on, obviously we know there's going to be some nerves and everything else, but let's focus on the lineup. Having said that, can you see the lineup changing much?
The only reason that lineup is going to change if KDB and Edison are not 100%.
Edison's, you've been a busy boy. In the last few minutes, Edison's out. He's got a fracture, a small fracture in his eye socket.
Right.
He wasn't concussed after the game, so they apparently followed all the protocols. But Edison is
well,
out.
That's good. I put him in my 11 on my blog, so we're all right. I put Ortega in, so don't worry.
So Edison's out, and he's out of the final as well, which you wouldn't have played anyway because it was Ortega and Reina. So
what about KDB?
Is he fit? There's no news about his fitness.
KDB's a question mark because I think he looked okay after the game. And the only other question you've got is Diaz for Aki.
Wow. Yeah, I think the only question is Aki, Stones, Diaz, one of those three.
But why didn't he risk Stones against Tottenham?
Well, there's no risk because Stones hasn't played. Stones has been on the bench the last 2 or 3 games, so I don't think there's a risk.
But he's not even put him on for 5 minutes to 10 minutes.
I think it's because we're in a rhythm. We're in a rhythm. He's picking the same side the last couple of games, and I don't think he's going to change. I really, apart from the goalkeeper, I think there might be a change in defence, but I'm not so sure. But having said that, Diaz was
awful.
He was terrible. It was terrible. And Akanji was a whoops, nearly give it away at the death. So you can forgive. I think you can forgive Akanji for his one mistake, but Diaz making 3, 4, 5, 6 mistakes, I'm not sure you can. So
I thought if Aki had obviously not picked up that injury, he would have played against Spurs. In my opinion, that is Pep's best 11 for me. Aki and Akanji at the back at the moment. For now. I mean, it can change obviously, but
I like Stones.
I mean, I love Diaz. I mean, I thought Diaz, but the game before was excellent. Was it Fulham? Whatever game he played anyway, Diaz. He was really good. He was getting the blocks in as he does and looked energetic, and then all of a sudden he had a bit of a stinker against Spurs.
Yeah, got lucky there. But I mean, so let's look at your team then. We'll do this different because we normally go from front to back. We're going to go back to front. We're going to start with the attackers and work our way backwards because I think these are all easy. Keep the suspense to see who you pick at the back. So your front three?
Haaland.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, let him play. Yeah, go on.
You're going for that one?
I'm going for Haaland.
Foden?
No.
Bernardo?
I'll take Bernardo. I'm not having Foden.
You're not having Foden playing?
No, he's playing, but not in my front.
Well, who else would you have up top?
Who's been playing left wing?
Doku.
Last couple of games, who started at left wing?
Well, Bernardo's been on the right.
Yeah.
And Gvardiol's been on the left wing.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go Gvardiol. We've been playing 3 at the back. Anyway.
So you're putting him as a striker then?
No. I'm not putting him as a striker, but he's had 1.41 dribbles over the last few games. Successful dribbles, He's doing all right. His stats are looking good. But no, I think Foden will play as an attacking midfielder with KDB. That's my opinion.
Yeah,
I'm just jesting with you. So who's your midfield then?
Cover and Rodri again. And KDB, of course.
Yeah. I'll go with that.
And then obviously the back four, he's going to start Walker again, surely.
Yeah, has to.
Walker, Kanji, Aki and Gvardiol. But you think Stones might sneak in?
No, I don't think Stones will sneak in. I think the fact that Pep hasn't picked Stones for the last couple of games, he's been on the bench.
Yeah, that's why I just thought he won't put him in now. It's too late.
I've got a feeling that he might stay with Diaz and Akanji because he's not changing the side last couple of games. Let's see. And obviously Scotty Carson in goal. Well, why not?
Oh, I was waiting the call, actually. I thought, my big moment. But
you've been number 3.
The phone's not been ringing at all.
They wanted a big man. They want someone.
I keep telling him I can save these penalties. I keep bragging about it. So he said, "Put your money where your mouth is." In case West Ham get a penalty.
I tell you what, over the summer, I've got to test you out. Then we'll have to meet up over the summer, and I'll take some penalties against you.
Over it now, mate. Bloody hell!
No, you said you had this great record.
I'll be knackered. I'll go down with my arthritic knees. I won't get back up again.
5 penalties. First one, I don't care whether I score or not. I'll score the remaining 4 as long as they're on target because you'll be still on the floor. Oh dear me! I'm not even sure with my legs I can kick the ball that far. It's terrible at the moment. I went to I'll tell you a story. I went to hospital a couple of days ago. They want to do an echo stress test on my heart.
Oh, I don't. I'm having something like that done when you get to 65. I've got something lined up in June. Something like that.
They did that, and but the thing is, he said we want to get your heart rate up to 140. I thought that'd be all right, because last time I used to do exercise on my bike, I'd get it up to 150, 160. I used to give it some. So after about 6 or 7, 5 or 6 minutes, I thought I must be up there by now, because you're going a bit faster, a bit more resistance and whatever. And I said to the woman, I said, "What am I on now?" I was knackered. My legs were killing me because they hadn't put the pedals far enough away on the bike, so it was hurting my knees, and my legs were killing because I'm bad knees and all that. And she said, "You're on 114." I thought, "Blooming heck, how would I get it?" So she put more resistance on. I had to really, really, really give it everything. And they said, "Come on, you got 7 to go, 6 to go." I managed to get to 140. And then the fella that was doing the ultrasound or whatever, doing the echo, he said, "Just going to keep it there for the next minute at that rate so we can take the scans." I'm thinking I'm dying here. I'm absolutely dying. And I managed to do it. And then I was 11 minutes. I was absolutely soaking wet. Because I didn't think it was going to be as bad as this. They said some people come because they don't do any exercise. As soon as you start pedaling, it's 140. And then the doctor came to check the results, and they told him what I'd done. He couldn't believe it, that it took me that long to get up to 140, and I'd used that many calories, because they obviously keep a record. In the time, he was like really shocked. This fat old fella did all that. But anyway, so guys, look after your hearts, get them tested, and everything else. Especially if you're knocking on a bit, it's nothing wrong with going doctors and get any little thing. Because when I had a stent fitted last year, and I only went because I was in great shape. I was doing a lot of exercise. I was rowing every day, rowing pretty hard. I was doing like 5,000 meters. I think one day I did 10,000 meters. That's going some for 40 odd minutes. And when I was running, I didn't feel comfortable. So that's why I ended up having this test. And they found out one of my pipes was 99% blocked. Mm-hmm. So he said if you had a heart attack, it'd have been a biggie. I think I won't be coming back. So guys, just go and get yourself tested for all sorts. There's nothing wrong with doing that. It doesn't take much time out of your day. There's no embarrassment. So just go and make sure you get tested. So you're going with Ortega Moreno in goal, I take it.
I'll tell you what, you joked about Mr. Carson there, but he's going to be the guy who's, if anything, God forbid, happens to Ortega, we will have him in for the for that and the FA Cup final.
Well, can't we put Kiara Keating on the bench?
Yeah, she's good.
Yeah, she's all right. But yeah, all right. I've got to ask you for a score prediction before we have a bit more of a chin wag. Just checking the messages. What do you reckon? Score prediction?
Well, Andy's gone 4-1, and I'm gonna stick with the same goal margin. I'm gonna go 3.
Is that Andy Morrison?
Yeah, he's gone 4-1. He's confident. I've gone 3-0.
Yeah, I like 3-0, mate. Can I do the same as you?
Yeah, why not? Yeah. We can both be wrong.
I'll go with 3-0. I can't be bothered to go and look for that picture, but it was either 2-0 or 3-0 last time. And we pipped Liverpool to the post, didn't we?
Yeah.
Just seeing, can he find it?
Pep's already said there's nerves, and he's already said they play with tension, don't they? Well, obviously, even when you've been through the ringer like we have, as the players have.
It's natural, mate. It's natural to feel tension.
Of course, it is. It's going to be nerves. Everyone's different. I mean, you know yourself. I know it's a different level, of course, but if you're playing a cup final, I'm playing 3 or 4 cup finals, and your nerves are going more than a normal game. Or even at that level, there's a few more people watching and stuff like that. But you don't, you can cope normally week in, week out, and then all of a sudden you think you're a bit nervous. Yeah.
We're fans. Yeah. We're fans and we're nervous. Yeah. It's normal. It's natural, But fingers crossed. It's one of those. If we win, we'll be there for hours. I reckon at the ground, and if we lose, we'll be gone in 60 seconds. Busies are coming for us. If you can hear them outside, we'll be gone in 60 seconds. Hey mate, it'll be a good one. Hopefully this weekend, and the boys will do us proud, get us those 3 points, win us the title. It'd be lovely if Everton beat Arsenal.
Yeah, it'd be funny. It'd be nice. It'd be funny.
That'd be great because we'll have beaten them by 5 points again, like last season. And hopefully that'll be the end of their title challenge for a few years. But
no, you've said that before. We'll talk about it again, but I'm not convinced about that.
Well, we'll let the season finish first.
Yeah,
I just think mentally,
let's get this over with first, please.
Mentally, if they lose it, it's a kick in the balls for the last 2 seasons, and that's hard to come back from. But anyway, we shall see. I still think most fans want City to win. It's only the noisy ones who go on Talk Sport and stuff like that, and get a bit fired up. But maybe some Liverpool and United fans. But I think generally most fans want City to win.
I think so. I mean, I think Arsenal still reckon to be one of the obviously the teams not disliked, but I mean, we're still sort of the underdogs, even though obviously all our naughtiness, but still, as you say, I think there's still a preference.
Yeah. No, I think most football fans have got a soft spot for City.
Yeah,
and I think
London. Don't forget, London. Their population. Most London teams don't want Arsenal. Chelsea, Tottenham, West Ham. They don't want Arsenal to win it, so they'll be on our side.
No, absolutely. As I said, I think most football fans have a soft spot for City, and the older you are, the softer that spot is. Yeah, I think on that dodgy note.
Yes, but I think we better quit while we're ahead.
While we're ahead. Thanks a lot, mate. You take care, guys. Enjoy the run up. It's only Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday we'll be at the place to be. Those tickets are going to be. I reckon you could sell them for. What do you reckon? A couple of ton?
Yeah, about.
Oh, we haven't got any fans though, have we?
About 30 quid, mate. That'll do it.
Oh dear me, that's a steal, and that's what Busy's about again. Anyway, You take care, mate. You guys look after yourselves, and we'll see you around, Blues.